welcome back to my channel. My name is Claudia and this is Ruby, and we're both going to take you through a 5-day Scoliosis Awareness Month challenge to help you with your breathing, because it's so important when you have scoliosis. Within the next 5 days, we're going to go over a couple of breathing methods that I love for scoliosis, including diaphragmatic breathing and the Schroth breathing. We're going to be breaking it up into belly breathing and into, let's just say, rib cage breathing as well, to help all scoliosis curve types, lumbar, thoracic, and if you have a fusion as well, it's going to be suitable for all of us at any level. Today's class, we're going to call it a class, is going to be more verbal, but the next 4 days is going to be a little bit more active. We are going to have a little practice at the end of today's class as well. I just wanted to quickly talk to you about how scoliosis does affect your breathing, and there's a number of ways that it does this, but one of the most common ways that we see is how it affects your rib cage and your lung capacity. So especially if you have a thoracic curve, because scoliosis causes rotation in the rib cage, that's why we have convex and concave sides. This happens in the lumbar as well, but just talking about the ribs for a moment, when you have that rotation, compression occurs on one side of the body, whatever side the concave side is. This is going to be compressing into your lung, potentially reducing the full expansion that that lung can get on that side of your body. For example, if you imagine a balloon in a twisted cage, if you try and expand that balloon, it's not going to be able to expand fully. And the same thing is happening within your rib cage, within my rib cage. And that is why sometimes you might experience things like a shortness of breath, or maybe you feel like you can't take a deep breath. And that is why working on our breath is such an important part of the scoliosis journey, not only to help us improve our lung capacity, because it is scientifically proven to help improve our lung capacity, but it also helps with the derotation of our scoliosis, as well as bringing us into a more parasympathetic state. So less fight or flight, less stress, because short, shallow breaths into the chest puts us into fight or flight. And we definitely don't need any more stress when we have scoliosis. So scoliosis affects your lungs. It can affect the diaphragm as well, creating imbalances there, because the diaphragm connects to the bottom of your rib cage. It can create a compression a little bit on one side of the diaphragm, again because of that rotation. But it can also affect the nerves that connect to your lungs because of the rotation, again, of the spinal cord and the nerves. Scoliosis can just affect us in so many ways, and I don't want that to scare you. I want it to be like, aha, that's why I'm experiencing that, and I'm going to do something about it. And that's why we are in class today, isn't it, Ruby? We're going to teach everyone how to breathe properly and try and bring you out of those short, shallow breaths. So practicing breathing on a regular basis is going to help you with scoliosis. It's also going to help activate into those compressed muscles, the concave side muscles that tend to be very underactive, very sleepy, to put it simply, and it's going to help your nervous system. So in today's class, I want to keep it quite simple in just helping you to actually connect with your breath a little bit, notice your breath, and then we're going to play around with a little bit of diaphragmatic breathing, but also bringing it up into the chest and just seeing how that feels. So I will invite you to sit down if that feels comfortable for you. You can take a pillow maybe, or a yoga block, and place underneath your hips. You can also sit onto a chair or just anywhere that you can try and be elongated. I know that's difficult when we have scoliosis. What I'm going to get you to do to start is just let your body completely relax. So let your shoulders relax, maybe even close your eyes for a minute, and essentially just let yourself kind of sink into your scoliosis. And I really don't encourage this very often, but I want you to feel the difference between taking a deep breath like this and how we're going to practice it in a moment. So whilst you're relaxed, just take a deep breath and then exhale through the mouth. And take a deep breath and exhale through the mouth. We'll do that one more time, still staying relaxed. Big inhale in and exhale out. Good, okay. Now what we're gonna do is try to lengthen our spines a little bit. So you can take your hands to your knees, you can push your hands down into your knees, but don't let it shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Keep your shoulders down, away from your ears. We can even take the hands to the top of the head and push the head up into the hands. So I just want you to try and find a little bit of length in your spine. It's gonna be difficult, especially if this is new for you. Then we're going to take the left hand to our heart or chest, the right hand to our belly. And now we're going to try some diaphragmatic breathing, where I want you to focus your hand into your belly, not into your chest. So trying to keep that length in your spine. Take a big inhale and breathe right down into the bottom of your belly, right into your hand. And then exhale through the mouth. And notice how your belly gets a little bit smaller as you exhale. And then again, inhale into your right hand. Try not to let the left hand move. So that is a diaphragmatic belly breath. Exhale it out. Slow, big, deep breaths. 2 more like this. Big inhale. Slow, 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 slow. Fill up your belly as much as you can. And then exhale, let it all out. And then one more big inhale like this. Fill up your belly as much as you can. And then exhale it all out. And then take a moment to just let everything relax. So let your spine relax, let your breath come back to normal. And just notice how that felt in comparison to not paying any attention to where your breath was going the first time we were doing it, and we were all collapsed into our scoliosis a little bit. Now what I'm going to get us to do is breathe into the belly, but then breathe into the chest. And as we're doing it, I want you to think of your spine elongating vertebrae by vertebrae as you inflate your belly, and then you inflate your chest and your ribs. So you're going to take your right hand to your belly, your left hand to your chest. Then you're going to take a big inhale, breathe right into the bottom of your belly, and then come right up into your chest. And then exhale it all out. Exhale through your mouth. Then again, big inhale into your belly. Feel your belly as much as you can. And then come up into your chest. And imagine your spine getting longer as you come up into your chest. Fill up your whole body. And then exhale it all out. Again, big inhale, start in your belly. Feel the belly expand as much as possible. And then start to inhale into your chest. Can you get even taller through your spine? And then exhale it all out. Let's do that 2 more times. Big inhale into your belly. And then bring it up into your chest. And then use that. Use all the air in your body to help you elongate your spine. And then exhale it all out. Okay, 1 more time. You can do this. Big inhale into the belly. And then bring it up into your chest. Get as long as you can. Feel your body like a big balloon with as much oxygen as you can. And then exhale it all out. Woo. And then just let everything relax. That was nice, wasn't it, Rubes? And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. Let your shoulders, let everything just relax. And maybe taking a moment again, just closing your eyes and noticing how that felt, especially compared to the first breaths we took when we weren't thinking about elongation and we weren't thinking about where to send the breath. Do you feel like you could breathe a little bit more when we went belly and then chest? Like, could you get more breath into the body? Keep practicing that today. We're just starting really nice and simple. And tomorrow we're going to be working more on deep belly breaths. And we're going to talk about how we can adapt it for your scoliosis, especially if you have a lumbar or a thoracolumbar curve. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.